Do you love a good Sri Lankan curry? I sure do. And today I'm going to show you how to make a meat masala, or it's a black Sri Lankan curry powder. This one is from my book, The Curry Guy One Pot. It is delicious, stirred into a curry, gives it a lot of depth, and this is how you do it. So to make a Sri Lankan black curry powder, you're going to need quite a few spices, as you see here, and I'll put all the ingredients down below or wherever you're viewing this video. And you can buy it. I brought this back from Sri Lanka, and the thing is, it doesn't compare to what you can do at home when you're making your own. The problem with making Sri Lankan powder, you need to toast each of these spices separately. The reason for that is that they take different times to toast. So I've got some coriander seeds here, and what we're literally just toasting these, and we're going to be toasting them for about 10 minutes, stirring continuously. So this is not one you're just going to be able to whip up in a couple of minutes. If you want to do a real Sri Lankan curry powder, it's going to take some time, but the time is very well spent. So I'm just going to sit there and toast those. I'll tell you while those are toasting, I want to let you know that this is being toasted over a very low heat. So we don't want to cook them from the inside. We just want the outside of the coriander seeds to turn a nice chocolate brown. While those are toasting, and I'm going to have to just keep watching these as I do this, I'm going to go through a few ingredients here with you. We've got some basmati rice and some cumin seeds, some fenugreek seeds, a little bit of fennel seeds, black peppercorns, and then we got some chilies and some cinnamon. Now the cinnamon I've got here, that right there is called cassia bark. Cassia bark tastes just like cinnamon, but it's not cinnamon. And I don't like to use cassia, especially not when I'm grinding it, because it can really mess up your grinder. It's really barky, and it doesn't come apart very easily. What you want is real cinnamon, and that's what's grown in Sri Lanka. And as you can see, I can just tear that apart. It's almost like paper. And that is what you're going to want for this, so that you can just toast it and make it nice dark. Now, as you can see, I'm toasting these, but because I'm doing it on such a low heat, they are going to take some time to do it. And rather than bore you watching me toast each of these ingredients separately, I'm going to show you what I've already done before I started this video, and I've already toasted a lot of these. The main thing you want to take away from this is each of the spices, they cook at different times, so you don't want to ever cook them at the same time. And you want to be very careful that they aren't smoking in the pan. You want to just toast them, and when they toast, they're going to turn a nice chocolatey brown, and then you'll just blend them all together. So fast forward about an hour, and I've got all my spices toasted. And as you can see here, we got the rice toasted, nice golden brown, coriander, fennel, cumin, some chilies there. We got the cardamom pods, we got the cinnamon, all nicely toasted separately. Like I say, it does take some time, but it's really worth the effort. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this now. I'm going to put them all in my spice grinder. This is going to make quite a lot of curry powder, enough for probably about maybe even 4, 5, even 6 curries, depending on how you're using it. But I think it's a good idea to make quite a lot when you're having to take this much time to toast all the spices individually. You may as well just make it, and then it'll last a good couple of months anyway in an airtight container in a cool, dark location. It'll keep quite a long time. Now all I have to do is I have to just grind these. Now it's all done. You see this? It's a nice, dark curry powder. And like I say, this is really good in Sri Lankan black chicken or black pork curry. And it's also good to a lesser amount, like maybe just a tablespoon or so in any curry. It just adds a lot of depth, and it's absolutely delicious when added to a curry, but especially Sri Lankan curries. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. This is like I say, it's something you definitely want. If you like Sri Lankan curries, you're going to want to make your own. The stuff I found on the shelves is just not as good. This is, you can just, the aroma in this room is amazing right now. It's really worth a try. So like I say, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.